I really don't want to lose my hussars, so they're gonna keep kiting away from the enemy. Our reserves, you will hold fire, except this unit. And then this guy is gonna try and move away, opening up for this one to fire through and break whoever comes through. This one still hold the fire there, and this cannon back in order. You guys still firing on the grenadiers, I hope. Cannon. Back on the cannon. The king, or the prince, to the center to make sure that this guy holds. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make room for you. The grenadier is gonna move a little bit, and we're gonna make some room. Actually, we're not gonna make it like that. We're gonna make a pretty thick line there, so the grenadiers don't have to be in such a thick mess. Canister going through, killing everyone kind of coming through. The French that are advancing here are getting defeated, and we've got a flank attack by the Escadron, the La Garde, which are attacking these guys from the back. Fight back. I'm gonna order them to bayonet fight back as these guys come up from behind. We're receiving quite a bit of fire from that unit over there, so I want the canister to switch, and you're gonna pull back, and the square is also gonna pull back. So these two units pulling back, trying to avoid getting killed. The sapper is gonna pull back. This cannon is gonna just fire straight forward. That big unit is still out there. It's only lost about half its men and is doing its second run on my front line. However, I don't think it's gonna do that well. And my canister is seconds away of being fired. I'm gonna order it to do an angle like that. It's probably gonna work. These guys firing through the flank here. Once this cannon fires that one, that's gonna be the killer. I'm gonna pull back because we got the incomparable up here. Those are deadly. So the dragoons go to the left, and I'm gonna pull back these three, and we're gonna create a single line with these, and everyone's gonna fire. So they're gonna pull back there. Canister, since they defeated that one, they will now go for the 32nd. And with everything defeated here, this cannon will now turn its canister that way. We're defeating the French squadron right there. The hussars can get these guys, and then we'll redraw this line to avoid, you know, sticking our ass out over there. Dragoons will be crucial in swinging around and getting the incomparable. And right now, because I mean there's so much happening, so we're going to keep on slow-mo. Damn, really nice canister going to the dragoons, and I think this canister will be put even further towards the tree there. And there's nothing here in front, so these grenadiers can temporarily just swing out. Like so. Right, the enemy is defeated over there. They're not going to make a head-on charge though, the hussars, so they're going to go to the side. The grenadiers there, and the units in the forest, they will kind of fall back to flat attack towards these guys. Right, dragoons. Because they moved through these, they're spread out all over the place, so we don't want to push them forward just yet. The lines pushing down tons of fire on the enemy. go to normal speed a little bit, just to get that going. This unit, really don't like that. The incomparables are actually going for my cavalry. This one has been standing there for way too long, and okay, hussars, come in, get rid of these. Oh, I'm kinda maybe missing something over here. Go to slow-mo. Clearly, my flank attack is not gonna work there, so pull them up towards the forest. Everyone's kind of breaking here due to the canister being just massively pushed towards this way. Right now, very bad. Guard chasseur. It will pull back. You will hold fire because right now you're just shooting down my grenadiers. The enemy is pushing forward. It's cuirassiers. That will not do well if we charge in with the our hussars. So we'll abort the attack and pull back. Over here, the incomparable, and I actually kind of locked in a fight with one of my units, absolutely murdering it, I imagine. Enemy general, suicidal as he is, has moved. Was this? Yes, it even says Marshal Ney. So Marshal Ney, which one is Marshal Ney though? Is he the one with the bear skin? No. He's which one is Marshal Ney? There he is. No, he's the guy in grey hair. There's Marshal Ney. Let's go ahead and pause just so we can take a look at him. So this one's Marshal Ney right there, and he's about to get utterly obliterated by canister because it looks like these guys will be ready to fire any second now. Or these guys, because he's riding right in the way of that. If not, he's going to be shot down by canister. So now I kind of missed, I didn't focus in here. These guys are turning. We're not going to ride straight into that. We're going to go around, letting these guys continue to fire. What did these guys doing? What do we have out here? That little cavalry unit. I guess we can take that one on. These guys definitely not going to be able to win against this line, so no worries there. As we're back in order, these guys can fire again, and I want this canister just to get there, and I guess this one there as well, because there's nothing else to fire at. The bastards are leaving. Okay, dragoons off to the side. What we're gonna do is we're gonna close in with these three. We're gonna lock them with melee. Ooh. Get the line up there as well. So we're gonna get these three to lock the enemy here. If necessary, I'll lock them with melee. And once they're locked, we can send in the cavalry. Close range fire here is definitely gonna deal some serious damage to the enemy. Okay. Right. Bastards do not care for that, clearly. Oh, you know what? Canister coming this way. Cavalry. Retire. Dragoons. This way immediately. You know what? I only need 2 of the units just to lock them. The third one can actually stand on fire. Or both of these, because now they're locked into combat with the dragoons. Countercharge. French General Marshal Ney. It's right over there. All that is left on this side is the that one squadron. try not to shoot our own men. What do we have out there? The invincible 32nd. I don't think my line infantry needs to follow anymore. So they can move back to the position on my right flank. Dragoons, make sure that these guys do not come back, and while we're waiting, these guys will fire round shot. Yeah, these two units definitely not going to come back, but before we lose the Dragoons, they will retire. Have they remanned the guns? Kind of looks like it. So it looks like one unit is back on the guns. And we've got 14 men left. They're firing one cannon. The big brigade of cavalry is still in my way there. And let's see, all my troops on that side is pulling back. The reinforcements coming that way. We'll deploy the Jaegers, the Hussars, and all my Grenadiers to deal with this. Grenadiers up onto the ridge. Jaegers to the front. You know what? Scratch that plan immediately. Scratch it. Everyone back into their positions. There's no point to pull forward right now. Try and defeat the enemy. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold back and just prepare for this massive amount of enemy cavalry, which is turning up. Wait, the invincible is still there. Can I get full-fledged fire into their flank and destroy them? I guess the enemy is just repositioning itself. They still have that one cannon, so I guess at some point we'll still have to go out and get that, but let's have our line in order before we do that. Why isn't everyone firing this way? You know what, if you want to be like that, why don't you fire this way? What do we have there? Sappers and line infantry. So I think we definitely caused the enemy a lot more casualties than what I suffered, due to me being able to quickly move and micromanage, understand high pressure of French troops, doing it in slow-mo. And that kind of also set the time. I mean, the time here says that the battle has gone on for 20 minutes, but since I've been in slow-mo, that's probably closer to possibly even 30. We need to get those cannons though. So, just to trigger the enemy to go ahead and come back and attack us. Got another big unit. Even if I have to sacrifice these guys, I think it will be worth it just to get these guys to, these soldiers to move forward. Kind of notice myself saying these guys all the time, to the point where it even annoys me a little bit. So we'll try to say something else. These French dogs, these chasseurs à cheval of St. George, these cuirassiers, Reserve du Cavalier Brigade, these Garde Nationale, these Infanterie de Ligne Veteran, these Marshal Ney, these... oh, even though I said come on. Try to avoid... We really went into the... We went into the hornet's nest. Jesus Christ. and somehow came out unscathed. Sort of ish. Jesus Christ, these guys are pretty fast. Try to stay away from them. With the enemy, you know what? Why am I trying to go around there when the enemy is on that side? So we'll skedaddle out through the forest and away. And away. Right, the enemy is still kind of just holding their position. Do not like that. Right now all my focus is gonna try to be saving the hussars, trying to get them out of here. Ooh, are they trying to lock me in? One's on the road. Oh, so that's why they weren't attacking. They've got even more cannons over here.
Our men are running, sir.
And we ran, but not before we absolutely murdered that unit. And we run through a grenadier unit coming in to replace them. Right, but now they should be moving against us, right? Because now they don't have anything. They do have stuff, but they clearly don't have any cannons left. And they're up on the ridge, which means my cannon shots will hit through, or true, you might say. Boom. Smash. Bedango. We're at about 50-50 at this point. Oh, and I got a replacement cavalry unit, which is good because I want to see what they bring in over there. So we're going to send you over there to discover. Scout out. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. This is a Bitcoin scam. Blast them. It's the 16th E. Chasseur à cheval. St. George. Moving up. And they're going to move up through the few remaining spikes that are left. Which there are 2 at this point. There were 3, I believe. And they're going to move into an absolute hailfire of canister. So I'm setting both cannons. And before we forget, I want to see that you do not run into too much problem. So I'm going to set you in the forest. Looks like we fired a shot. Yes, this cannon fired. And we aborted the enemy's attempt at an advance, but we're gonna still punish them as they retreat. Keep blasting them. Switch a round shot, get the 16th over there, and I wonder if I can shoot canister all the way there and still get a hit. A hit single. I want to make sure that we do not have any more sneaky cannons. So, not only I'm gonna march out here because I imagine they could. They had this one stationed here, but they could have someone like marching through here. So I kind of want to just scout out and see where they are. We have a single bloody infantry moving forward. There we go. So this is extreme range. Still kind of takes a few out of them, enough to where it hurts them. And you're now in between. And I can't see anything, but I imagine they might hide something there in the forest. They have kind of an advance going on. Okay, they have cavalry in the forest. Let's get out of there before you die. And let's go back to focus on the front line, which these guys get broken down because they've been marching into fire. Okay, cavalry moving forward. Focus on them. Oh, this is a lot of cavalry. But let's try not to go into slow-mo. I think we can kind of handle it without that, possibly. Oh. Damn. They did manage to upset my cannons. You know what? What I'm missing here? Since the enemy is all marching like that, I want everyone kinda... Everyone should be sort of tilting in to be able to all be able to put down fire on the advancing enemy. Oh, why are you trying to... Oh, you got hit. And you lost a few men. Dragoons, gonna need you in the center. Oh, are you firing round shot? Oh, nasty. Enemy attacking my flank. Oh, that's actually pretty good formation on the square. Since it's heating up, I need to slow down to check what's going on. Oh, look at that. No! Seconds away. Form square. You will retreat inside of it. Clearly the canister is needed over there. Boom! Let's see those shots. Beautiful. No! Oh, it's my that shitty scout unit. That doesn't matter. Come on, unleash, yes. Unleash some canister on these French dogs. How did it go over here? Well, these guys kind of breaking on this. The square doing a hurt. And those guys doing their thing. Let's go to normal speed, I think. Let's swipe those guys off the field. To have my dragoons go in. I wish I could follow further. Oh, you know what? Why did I lose my map? Ha! That could have gone a lot worse. Did I not have the map? Oh yes, these guys were saved. Oh, and it automatically put the big unit on the side, which is good. Which is exactly what I would want. Oh, it's the big cavalry unit, the reserve one. Finally, he's gone. What's this coming on? They're going for the square, the idiots. I don't even need slow-mo to make squares all over the place. Grenadiers. They're focusing on the flank right now because they realize well, going against the canister is not that clever. But now, since I need to unbreak the squares, we'll go into slow-mo. And with the squares broken, we don't want to withstand French line fire for too long. So everyone is ordered to fall back, and let's make sure... not everyone was a part of that. But now they are, and we need the prince, because this one is suffering. This one is still in square. Canister being flying in the right directions. And back to normal speed. And since the enemy is now focusing on this, these guys out. The 2 cavalry units, send those guys away, but I want the dragoons back here, and I want the scout unit to go out there, just scout what's going on there. We're pulling back. The prince is here to support. We got an enemy cavalry unit. It's a dragoon unit. I don't think they'll be able to break through though. Break through the lines, especially when the prince is there to support. And looks like the French soldiers are gonna break themselves on my front line. We've got French troops coming in here. It's those broken down units. So we've reached the half-hour mark, and that's just for the battle, and then we'll have to add on the fact that I slow-mode for quite a bit. Push up there. Do I have still canister flying this way? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, focus that one. And all of these guys. Good. Why don't you sit over here, scout the enemy. Grenadier and conscript. We're gonna pull these guys back. Enemy is moving forward. These 3 back. Form a straight line. Canister devastating the enemy. And forcing them back. Okay, they're actually chasing this guy. With that enemy approaching, these guys will go back into the forest. Still hear some fire over here. Westphalian infantry. We don't like that, do we? Oh, there's 2 units. Definitely don't like that. We're gonna turn like so. Dragoons. And move over here. Focus in on the Bardishan troops with the canister. Quite quickly damage these guys hell of a lot. Are those guys about to fire? Which cannon is about to fire? Okay, they're about to fire, and it's a perfect target. Slash. Let's try to keep these guys away from my dragoon. Prince come closer to support. Got that little unit of Belgian Grenadiers. Will run into fire. Cannons hold fire for now. Still kind of chasing my dragoons, which I don't like. These 2 up to the flank, and you will reorganize. And let's see what they're doing. They're facing the wrong way, which is perfect for the dragoons to sweep in from the side. They have no time to switch. They try their best. The officer gives the command, but it's too late. It's too late, my fellow froggies. My fellow froggies, why did I say that? I'm not a froggy. have the main line hold fire as the dragoons will now sweep them away. And these guys will take position back on the hill. Continuous fire against these guys. Let's sweep them off. Although I doubt the lances are that good, so they might just completely just make an ass out of themselves. Gonna try avoid alerting these idiots. It's an uphill charge. Not particularly good. But just the negative points from just the morale out of this could be enough to break the French. I actually broke both units. Not too surprised about that. Okay, so it looks like kind of the last French attack is coming over there, and see about breaking them down. I want these guys over here, and with the enemy defeated over here, maybe I'm a bit too bold at this moment. We'll see if this pays off. Just end it as kind of as soon as possible at this point. Okay, so they're sending one unit. La Courcon. Belgian infantry. 90 men. For some reason they're sending them forward on their own against about 1,000 men ish. And then these guys making their approach right into where I've placed my canister. Did my dragoons get to their spot? I want to scout out the forest as these guys are moving back. Let's keep the pressure on these bastards as they're pulling back now. Hold fire. And then I can move these guys up. Right, these guys are gone forward across the field. And now we're gonna end this. It ends today. As 2 units, the 56th Regiment of Belgian Line, La Bourbon. Oh, one other unit rallies there. Oh, when they're all in a mess is when we're gonna hit them. And we're gonna hit them hard. And I want the dragoons to... oh, look at that! Sneaky bastards. They were hiding loads of troops in there. But that just means that it's impossible for us to miss as we're shooting into this mess. These guys are confident that they even take a step forward. And we can see the French starting to break. Their plan, the mischievous plan,
Our men are running.
is not working. What unit is falling back? So even with such an advantage as I have, just the French firepower of these shitty light infantry units still breaks my balls. Whether breaking 2 units on the flank there, this light infantry unit needs to go, as that unit alone is breaking down all my infantry. Good God. But there we wow, the dragoons were broken. Can we even fire? I don't think we were able to fire at that range. You're gonna go after them. Oh shit, I forgot about the bomb. Luckily it was made by the French, so it didn't explode. And now my entire army is gonna just roll down on these 62 Frenchmen. Oh, we have spotted another French unit, or I guess some guys came back.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Right, back into line then. You had your bayonet fun. You can hold here and I think shoot down at the ones. Now I wish my dragoons came back. Come on, speed up. So I managed to do this with only getting a reinforcement here at the very end, where I guess when I get one of these Anhalten troops, which got pink facings. Ah, dragoons back in order. You know what? They're probably actually needed over here. You will pull back slightly. It's not light, is it? It's what are these? The 112th Regiment of the Line. Les Duboises, or whatever, how you pronounce that. And look at on the map there. Perfect kind of half circle encircling these idiots. Are they turning to face the dragoons? No, they're not. Now you find yourselves all alone and you're not sure where to fire, and the entire forest is teeming with I was about to say Russian muskets, but Prussian muskets. I kind of want to bayonet charge again, but at the same time I know I'd probably just lose some extra troops for that. Or maybe not, because I'm probably shooting a lot on my own here. Right, that should be it, shouldn't it? Yes. So huge battle, but we stand victorious. Hooray for Prussia! So even me using this slowdown and stuff, I still lost 1,200 men, but I mean there's nothing compared to what the French lost. 5,000 of the 7,000 men, leaving only 2,000 French while we have 5,000 left. So I certainly call that more than just a... I think it was a close victory. They described it as a close victory, which was none of the sort. Cannons did a lot, but also the dragoons, Jaeger company, some of the musketeers. Really comes down to the cannons. Out of the... I mean, we killed 5,000, and they killed 1,200 on their own, the cannons. So, yeah. I mean, they couldn't have done it without the cannons, but the cannons couldn't have done it without the infantry. But we've got a victory. And we threw the French troops away. And I think we definitely want to chase them down. If I can. Which I can. Thing though is, the enemy is going to come across here. and most likely attack the city. Thing is, my replenishment rate is probably better up here. So we'll station these guys here, and I mean, they're still within. If this army most likely gonna attack here, it still will get these guys as reinforcements. So not too bad. If these guys come back, I mean, they're screwed. Let's see. You know what? After such a victory, maybe France will go ahead and agree to peace. No, they will not. Right, next thing up is defeating the Danish. But I'm not entirely sure I will do that today. So with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and you let me know what you think about using the slow-mo button and kind of dealing it with it that way. So yeah, with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!